Welcome. Joe Pantozzi here, Alpha Omega Wealth. And this is kind of a continuation of the last time we spoke a few days ago. And we talked about the fact that your income must exceed your outgo, otherwise your upkeep will be your downfall. And that's a trite little saying, but there's a lot of punch to it. There's a lot of weight to it. And that's something that we might want to think about as we're thinking about the new year. I've got something to share with you about the new year, about your rebooting and restarting and redoing, retooling yourself for 2023. Now, don't get into the mindset that, after the first of the year, I'm going to do everything different. We're not going to do everything different. Okay, we might do one thing different. We might do two things differently, but we're not going to do everything differently. But if you want to start thinking about the new year, if you want to start thinking about retooling yourself, start thinking about it now. Don't wait till January 1st. January 1st is probably the biggest day of disappointment in all of history because everybody starts out with New Year's resolutions, and by January 2nd, they're forgotten, they're tossed, they're given up upon. I don't know why, but let's not think about January 1st. Let's think about October 6th. So when I use the word capital, what comes to your mind? Well, many people say to me, well, capital has to do with business. And I guess people who are in business, who want to grow a business, who want to make new investments, who want to expand their company and expand their vision, they have to think about capital. So what's the difference between capital and savings? It's just a matter of perspective, because this is what I come across when I hear people talk about their savings. A lot of folks will start savings accounts with the greatest of intentions, but what they really do with those savings accounts is they consider them deferred spending accounts. What do I mean by that? Well, an emergency comes up. You dip into your savings. A vacation comes up. You better be taking vacations, because this world, this culture, this America we live in is too stressful and chaotic not to be taking a vacation, even if it's a staycation once in a while. Repairs come up. Kids come home and they say, I forgot, Mom and Dad, that I need to have a new tuba, or I need to play lacrosse, or I want to learn golf or tennis. I want to join the chess club. I want to go on a school outing. Kids need capital to operate, don't they? Or a medical emergency comes up. And all those things are going to rely on savings. And we typically think of savings as money that's at hand, money that's liquid, money that has to be reachable in an emergency right now. And what happens if we don't have enough money in savings? We typically rely on credit card, credit line, debt of some kind. Not so with capital, because people typically think of capital as a more solid business-related investment. They think about investing in something, and they need capital. They think about putting money aside for retirement that's not going to be used for current needs. They think about opening up a new business, or investing in their business, or expanding their business. They think about other opportunities. So although we may think of capital and savings in two different manners, two different directions, it is only a matter of perspective. It's only a matter of appearance. Now, something else about all this red ink. These things are all predictable. You know why? Because in life, they're all going to happen. So we might as well start thinking about setting aside account A, account B, account C to address all these issues and allow us to handle all these issues with cash of some kind, some readiness cash that's not going to dip into our future, that's not going to hurt other opportunities, but that's there for emergencies. So these things are all predictable because we're human beings and we're going to have them. And so what our intention here at Alpha Omega Wealth is to help you think about these things and maybe to make tweaks, maybe to make large adjustments in your present way of operating. But the first thing you need to do is think about where you're at, look at it with an objective eye, look at yourself with a fair and gracious eye. You can't change 20 years worth of bad luck or unemployment or things that happen. This is called life. You can't change those things overnight. Okay, so let us help you by just helping you think about where you're at today, where you'd like to go, what are the resources that you'll employ or deploy to get there, and come up with a plan to help you get there. This is kind of a basic conversation, but this is a conversation that we have with pretty much everybody, whether they're an individual working for somebody or whether they're a business owner with hundreds of employees. So think about capital and your approach to it, and we can add some detail and have a deeper conversation when we meet one-on-one. Thanks.